Right now, Janesville officials look to pass a new ordinance limiting where those without a home can stay, what officials are saying. Also keeping students safe. This after police arrest a man possibly connected to two sexual assaults in the middle of the UW campus. And later, we take a look at the new Marquette Law School poll on the U.S. Supreme Court and how Americans are feeling about it. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 6. Well, we begin with breaking news. Hundreds of people on Madison's east side right now are without power after a vehicle crashed into a power pole this afternoon. We take a live look right now at the Wisconsin DOT 511 map, and you'll see that the eastbound lanes of State Highway 30 are closed. This is happening between Stoughton Road. We don't have that map right now, but US 30 is closed, or I should say State Highway 30 is closed between Stoughton Road and North Thompson Drive. That crash happened near the area of North Thompson at Hazel Crest. So far, no injuries have been reported. According to MG&E's outage map, though, roughly 4,700 customers are without power. Again, this is on the city's east side. We do have a crew heading to the scene. We'll provide updates on this incident as they come in. Well, as the cost of housing continues to rise, communities here in Wisconsin and really across the nation are facing increasing rates of homelessness. In Janesville, officials are introducing more regulations on where those without housing can stay overnight. Our Maddie Heimsch was in Janesville today.
The Hedberg Public Library parking lot has been a place for people without homes to stay overnight, but now a pending city ordinance could change that, leaving only one approved lot in the city.
Part of the reason why is because of, sadly, a lot of the individuals that are sleeping or living in the lot right now, they've been affected by other sort of criminal things that have gone on in and around them, so it's not a cause of them.
Library Director Eric Robinson says there's been an increase in crime and violent incidents in the library parking lot over the last few years, turning Janesville citizens away from the library as a whole.
So we're going to move it just across the street from the police station, making it a more controlled and safe environment.
City officials say keeping all houseless people in the sole remaining lot, just steps from the police department, will hopefully keep crime down and bring back a feeling of safety for library visitors.
I don't know if it's a perfect solution because this is a bigger social issue, especially without an abundance of affordable housing and transitional housing.
Robinson says the library is partnering with other community groups to provide resources to those struggling with homelessness.
Safety is the key here. We're not trying to target anyone. We're not trying to criminalize people without homes. This is a safety concern, and we're trying to make residents who go to the library, people who use the overnight lot, making sure everyone feels safe.
If approved at the city council level, the transition could take place as early as September. Reporting in Janesville, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
And the first reading of that ordinance is set for Monday. Well, will this cooler weather hang around on into the weekend? Let's check your first one forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Eric, to answer your question, you betcha it's going to stick around at least through Saturday. Sun is going to be below normal too, but not as chilly as what we're going to experience tonight going on into Saturday. But it's nice out here in the patio. It feels pretty good to be in a dress shirt and not sweating for a change. 73 is our high temperature on Saturday. A bit on the breezy side, and in Maine weather, we're going to track those strong wind gusts that will put an extra crispness into Saturday's feel. Sunday, the winds will be lighter, high temperatures up around 77 degrees, so warmer by Sunday. Planning your night tonight, we're going to go all the way down to 52 degrees for a low temperature. When you join us, even at 10 o'clock, temperatures are on 60. But that low of 52, like last night, you may consider maybe shutting the windows or shutting some of the windows because it's going to be cool to start Saturday morning. Dew point is 51. That's a measure of moisture. We haven't had dew points that low in a long time, and it feels great. It is refreshing. 67 right now in Madison, 68 to the west in Cross Plains, 66 to the southeast down towards Edgerton. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, warmest places are in the Wisconsin River Valley. Prairie du Chien and Boscobel, you're right around 71, 72 degrees. And let's look at our temperatures going out through the next 10 days. First, to let you know, by the time we get into the middle of next week, temperatures will be at or above normal, and rain chances will be increasing too coming up in Maine weather. I'll let you know which day, or which days rather, next week feature the best chances for showers and storms.
All right, Alex, thank you. Right now, Madison police are investigating another shooting at the Harmony Apartments. Officers say they responded just before 8:30 last night after receiving calls about multiple rounds of shots being fired. Police say no one was hurt. Officers did not find any damaged property. However, they did find evidence that the shooting happened. Now, this is near the I-90-94 split. There are several parks not far from these apartments as well. Police say there is no risk to the public. and the Madison Police Department is investigating. Now to an update on the death of Devontae Mitchell. All 4 people charged with killing the 43-year-old are now in custody. Former Hyatt Regency front desk agent Devin Johnson Carter, security guards Todd Erickson and Brandon Turner, they're all in jail. And now hotel bellman Herbert Williamson was taken into custody just today. Prosecutors accused the 4 men of causing Mitchell's death while committing misdemeanor battery. The medical examiner has labeled the death a homicide. An investigation report says the incident started after Mitchell ran into a women's bathroom at the Hyatt Regency where the 4 men worked. Mitchell's mother says her son was having a mental health episode. Video shows the men pinning him down as he apologizes and begs them to stop. If convicted, each would face up to 15 years, 9 months in prison. Madison police responded to a trespassing complaint at Anytime Fitness in the heart of the UW campus. They later found out that the same suspect is possibly connected to 2 sexual assault incidents at that same gym. This happening just weeks before students, faculty, and staff returned to campus. Tanisha Shaw spoke to officials and students about safety concerns ahead of the fall semester.
It's an unfortunate incident, but I'm not really sure if that's more like a one-off or at least they responded to it, I guess.
Madison police say they found a 21-year-old man injured with a cut on his leg after responding to Anytime Fitness. That man is potentially tied to a sexual assault at that same gym. It's causing some UW students to voice their concerns.
It definitely makes me solidify what people say, never walk alone, never go out by yourself, so all that kind of stuff.
These 2 students recently moved to Madison to begin their college career at UW. I spoke to them just blocks away from Monday's crime scene near Johnson and East Campus Mall. They say the situation is making them view their new home differently.
Definitely hearing that, it's scary and makes me want to, be more aware of my surroundings. And, going into the gym, I'm definitely going to be okay, this is kind of scary, this happened here.
Another UW student says things like this happen, and they're happy that police were there to step in. Not surprising to you?
It's not really, it's a large city, so incidents like that happening in cities is when there's a lot of, urban area, a lot of people. I guess not really. I mean, it's disappointing that there are people out there that do those things, but not really, shocking, I guess.
UW police say they're ready to support students and have resources for anyone to use.
Well, if they're feeling uncomfortable, we'd strongly recommend that they can give us a call. We have a non-emergency number if they don't feel like it's an immediate emergency. Obviously, if they do feel it's an emergency, call 911. But they can always call our non-emergency number, again, available through the Badger Safe app and through many other resources. And our officers will respond, and we'll check the area out, and we'll just make sure that everything's safe for them.
Right now, the Madison Police Department is leading the investigation. We do not know the name of the suspect, but we do know that a mental health clinic is involved. Reporting in studio, News 3 Now, Tanisha Shaw.
Madison police asked students to download the Badger Safe app to be up to date on incidents for safety resources as well. Voters will head to the polls on Tuesday with many competitive Senate and Assembly primary races on the ballot. At the top of the ballot, 2 statewide constitutional referendums asking voters to decide on whether the governor needs to get the state legislature's sign-off before Wisconsin spends funds coming in from the federal government. We spoke with advocates on both sides of the amendment fight on this week's edition of For the Record.
Why this isn't an attempt to take power is because they're trying to circumvent the governor, who can quickly and effectively make sure emergency funds go to the right people and where they need to be.
If there's no restriction or specification about how it's to be spent, we don't share power in determining that. The governor decides it unilaterally.
And you can see more from our conversation on Sunday at 10:30 in the morning on For the Record. A new poll overnight from the Marquette Law School providing insight on how Americans feel about the U.S. Supreme Court. A national survey found 43% of adults approve of the job the court is doing. That's up from 39% in May, before the court cleared the way for Idaho hospitals to provide emergency abortions. Still, it is exactly within the margin of error of plus or minus 4%. The poll also showed that despite the seemingly better view of the court, 2/3 of the country still oppose the Dobbs decision. That's a more lopsided disapproval than the court's other major recent decisions, including the presidential immunity ruling. And while national polls can tell us a lot about the country's priorities? Here at News 3 Now, we want to hear from you. And right now, you can go to channel3000.com and take our poll. What issue matters most to you? It's on the left side of our homepage under Top Stories. And there, you can select anything from the environment to border security as the most important issue you'd like lawmakers to address. That'll help us help you find out everything you need to know about where candidates stand on those very topics. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, we'll take a look at some events happening over the weekend in the area, including one promoting the use of alternative transportation, what you should know about Ride the Drive when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Melissa Ratcliffe, a working mom, is the only woman running for state senate in District 16. Republicans in the state senate are attacking abortion access. Melissa Ratcliffe will always defend reproductive freedom. Melissa Ratcliffe, a proven fighter for our rights.
Discovering the perfect paint for your home has never been easier with Zinsser Smart Coat. Plan smart with interactive tools at smartcoat.com. Buy smart in-store or online for home delivery. And paint smart with this advanced paint and primer in one. Say hello to Zinsser Smart Coat, the next generation of intelligent paint.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year. So visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
Empire's quality and customer service were absolutely amazing. The installers were so conscientious. I have and I will continue to recommend Empire.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today, Melissa Ratcliffe works across the aisle to make positive things happen, expanding broadband, making housing more affordable. Melissa Ratcliffe knows that Wisconsinites need progress, not partisan bickering. Melissa Ratcliffe, common sense leadership, proven results.
Moving forward in your community, lending helping hands, spotlighting the people, telling the stories, warning you first. Your local news source for nearly 70 years. News 3 Now. Moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Looking ahead to the weekend, the downtown area streets and parks will come alive for Ride the Drive, the free events on Sunday from 10 to 2. Ride the Drive promotes the use of alternative transportation with miles of open streets. Participants will go through 6 key Madison parks. All 6 parks will offer activities for all ages, along with food and entertainment. Now, if you're planning on driving downtown Sunday, there are a few street closures you should be aware of. From 9 to 3, John Nolan Drive will be closed from Olin Avenue to the South Blair and Willie Street intersection. That'll be closed. Willie Street will also be closed from South Blair to South Ingersoll, and Regent will be closed from West Wash to South Orchard. Now, that won't be the only event blocking off roads this weekend. This Saturday is the Madison Mini Marathon. The event consists of 2 races, a half marathon that'll start at 7 in the morning. 15 minutes later will be the 5K. Now, street closures will generally occur on a rolling basis here, reopening as the last runners go through, but the start and finish will be closed from 3 in the morning all the way through noon, and those are North Park Street from University Avenue to Langdon, then Langdon from North Park to North Lake. Still ahead, preventing injuries caused by backpacks. When we come back with the new school year just weeks away, you can help make sure your child isn't putting themselves at risk when they return to school. And you probably won't need the air conditioning this weekend, well, at least for tomorrow anyway. Alex rejoins us, his complete weekend forecast after a short break.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. you need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
I'm the proud son of a single mom.
My mom worked nights to provide for us.
My mom worked 80 hours a week.
But Eric Hovde thinks if you have a single mom, you're going to be poor or a drug addict?
That is a direct path to a life of poverty. It leads to higher drug rates.
That just shows Eric Hovde is ignorant.
Come on, I'm successful today because of my mom.
I learned my work ethic from my mom, my single mom.
What is wrong with this guy?
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Cap Times Idea Fest is back for a week of powerhouse speakers and sessions exploring important local and national topics. September 15th through the 21st in Madison. This year's guest speakers include Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi, former member of Congress Liz Cheney, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, and historian Heather Cox Richardson, along with many others. Idea Fest brings together change makers to discuss Wisconsin's triumphs and failures to help reach a better state. Purchase your tickets today at captimesideafest.com to join this premier thought festival.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Well, with Chromebooks and iPads these days, students don't have to tote around all those textbooks, but all the other supplies they have to bring to school can make those backpacks heavy. And while doctors say long-term damage isn't likely, too much weight can cause pain and strains. Mandy Gaither talks to a pediatric orthopedist about how to prevent those injuries.
From binders to notebooks, paper and pencils, all the stuff students squish into their bags can make the school day feel a little heavy.
A backpack that doesn't fit correctly or that weighs too much, though, can cause muscle strains, back pain, and even numbness and tingling.
Dr. Sajith Azurf with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says one of the easiest ways to measure if a backpack fits properly is to measure from the bump at the bottom of the neck to the top of the hip.
That's how long you want the backpack to be.
To help protect against injuries, Azurf says the backpack should have 2 broad padded straps as well as multiple compartments. Having a chest strap or waist strap is also a good idea. He says all of these things will help distribute weight evenly. Next, pack the heaviest items closest to the child's back and make sure it doesn't weigh more than about 10 to 15% of their body weight.
If your child is walking with their bag and they're leaning forward, the backpack is probably a little too heavy. So sometimes even splitting some of that stuff to another a handbag or a little disposable grocery bag.
A properly worn backpack can also help prevent injury. Azurf says to make sure it sits about 1 to 2 inches below the shoulders and doesn't go more than 4 inches past the belly button.
You want the backpack to kind of sit in the middle of the back, essentially. So you might have to adjust the straps and make it snug.
Well, the doctor says to encourage children to pack only the things they need for the day, cut down on unnecessary weight. And he says if a child is complaining of back pain, don't just brush it off. There could be other causes of that pain, so talk to your doctor. Well, News 3 Now is once again teamed up with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County for our annual back-to-school supply drive. You saw us kick off the campaign with a Stuff the Bus event at Hilldale on Monday. Supplies can be donated anytime now through Friday the 16th. We're collecting things like backpacks, pencils, pens, lunch boxes, and any other essential you'd like to contribute. Needed to help make sure kids have a successful return to the school year. Just stop by any Boys and Girls Club location or right here at News 3 Now to make that donation. A cooler weekend ahead before things warm back up. Alex now with a complete forecast.
Eric, just a brief cool down this weekend. Today was pretty chilly. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit warmer. Overall, the weekend's going to be cool. Will be below normal, dry, and as you just mentioned, warmer temperatures are on the way to southern Wisconsin. August will be coming back. 73, that's all we're going to do for Saturday. A bit on the breezy side. We'll track those wind gusts in a couple moments with 77. A little warmer conditions on Sunday, and the winds will be down. So it's going to be, in my opinion, both days are going to be great, but Sunday's going to feel a little bit more like what we would expect for August. Planning your night tonight, our temperatures going down through the 60s. I plan to get a walk in after this newscast. Great evening for that, and starting off refreshingly cool at 52 degrees to start Saturday morning. Right now, the sun is finally starting to come out. We had a disturbance that swung around our area of low pressure that came through yesterday with that cold front. Brought some clouds, and that kept our temperatures from getting into the lower 70s, at least here in Madison. We're still sitting at 67. 67, 66, 68 in Cross Plains. That's what we're doing right now at 6 o'clock at night, in the 60s across all of southern Wisconsin, except for Prairie du Chien and Boscobel and Platteville. They're hanging on to right around 70 degrees. Winds are going to be out of the northwest and west as we move into Saturday morning with temperatures starting off 51, 52 degrees, maybe a 53. So cool start to Saturday. Right around 70 at lunchtime, and then we'll creep right into the lower 70s a little bit further into Saturday. A couple pop-up cumulus clouds and those breezes out of the northwest, at times pushing wind gusts of 30 miles per hour, but they'll ease up as the day goes on and on and on into later Saturday. Look at the wind gusts really pushing off towards the north and towards the east, moving us to a Sunday that will be a little bit warmer and less in the way of winds, but the humidity will still be in the comfy side until we get into a little bit later Monday. As we go into Tuesday and Wednesday, that humidity is going to creep up just a little bit, and by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, the humidity will start to inch up back into that uncomfortable range. You might consider turning the AC on by that point in time. With the best chance of showers and thunderstorms, I'm thinking Thursday night lasting into Friday. Can't rule out an isolated storm as we go a little bit further into the following weekend. But those temperatures are where we should be for this time of year, in the lower 80s and lows in the 60s. If you're watching right now and you got your phone sitting on the couch, just take your phone, scan that QR code in the upper left-hand part of the screen there. That allows you to link right up to channel3000.com/weather. That's what Steve did here. And Steve, thanks for sending us this rainbow photo. It's very easy to do. Just scan that QR code, and we can then show the weather. We can forecast the weather, talk about the weather, but this is a great way to showcase all these pretty photos across southern Wisconsin.
And coming up in sports, gearing up for his NFL debut. What former Badger Braylon Allen had to say about his preseason opener. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Joe Biden made Kamala Harris border czar to fix immigration. First, she ignored it.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point.
Then she just lied.
The border is secure.
10 million illegal immigrants. Migrant crime out of control. Fentanyl kills thousands.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris. Failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Felt, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower, so he went right to work on it. I think he's procrastinating.
For a new bathtub or shower, just call 1-800-HANSONS. Installed in as little as 1 day with optional safety features and a no-leak guarantee. Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
And Big Ten Media Days in Chicago, Wisconsin volleyball didn't shy away from what they want to accomplish this season. The goal isn't to be one of the last 4 teams standing, it's to win a national championship. But this group knows that they have to put in the work. So far, they're 6 practices in and know they have a long way to go to get to where they want to be. But that's all part of the journey for this team.
I feel like the big thing for our team this year is sticking with the process, not so much result-oriented, but throughout the process of every single day. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, so the goals we want to accomplish aren't going to be built in a day. So just trying to work through those each and every day and bring in every practice.
No matter what happens, like, doesn't matter who's playing, who's on the court, who's off the court, I just want us to win, and I think that's everyone's goal. We're not a me team, we're a we team.
On the basketball court, Greg Gard added another big man to his roster as Riccardo Greppi is making the move to Madison from Italy. The 6'10 forward averaged 9 points and 8 boards in 8 games in the Italy Next Gen League this past year. Well, the New York Jets recently released their depth chart, and Braylon Allen was listed as the backup running back behind Breece Hall. It's a testament to the kind of training camp the former Badger has had so far, but now it's about to get real. The Jets open up the preseason on Saturday, and Allen should get plenty of reps. And even though it is the preseason, Allen's looking forward to playing in an NFL game.
It's definitely exciting. You know, it's the first game, you know, whether it's, you know, obviously my first game will be preseason, but whether it's preseason or, you know, regular season, the first game's always that one to look forward to, seeing a different color and, you know, just playing against different guys other than you do every day. So definitely excited.
Badgers kick off their season 3 weeks from today. Packers 4 weeks from today.
Looks kind of different seeing Aaron Rodgers, you know, fake the handoff to Braylon Allen.
We don't talk about that guy.
It's like
we're done talking
about. It's like a no, but it's like a dad handing his ball to the son.
Well, he said he could.
Twice the age,
He said he could be his son.
Yeah,
yeah, he's old enough.
Yeah, old enough.
I guess he's the youngest guy.
Yeah, the youngest guy in the league, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun to watch him play as long as he doesn't have to run into the Packers. All right, final check of the forecast. Staying cool at least for tomorrow, right?
Beautiful tomorrow. This feels kind of foreign, actually. We're going a whole week after Monday. Alert day conditions been quiet. Southern Wisconsin really deserves this beautiful stretch of weather. As we get out into next week, temperatures will increase a little bit, back up to normal, lows in the 60s and highs up around 80, and some storm chances building back in.
All right, Alex, thanks. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll be back here tonight for News 3 Now at 10. Have a good evening.